So, political nepotism. I definitely do feel like there's a superabundance of political nepotism. Like, regular nepotism, give your kid a couple $1,000,000 so they can make a movie or whatever, or get your kid on some runway show or whatever. That's normal. That's very average. But political nepotism comes with its own, like, culture and obsession over justifying itself. And DAI is the ultimate form of political nepotism, at least for the time being, before people realize that you can just probably reuse all that stuff from the motivational speaker bro cycle from the early teens, bro and boss girl and whatever. Like, every couple of years, a new batch of kids grow up who don't remember things from 12, 15 years ago, and they have to relearn the same lessons. So political nepotism, basically, it comes in a lot of specific, not in a lot of different forms, per se, but there's a lot of different ways that people who are obsessed with their politics reinforce this sort of benefit of of a type of nepotism, right? So DEI gets you, like, on the surface it's a quota program, right? But it's also has like a think about what you're doing type politics. Except you don't really think about what you're doing. You just hire some people to think for you. And those people who think for you all think the same, and they think, I should hire my friends and manipulate the company to do whatever I want, without any critical thinking whatsoever, just as long as it benefits me and mine. And they tend to be little entourage cliques around rich white women. And that's basically what it is. Elite minorities and rich white women. And whoever gets in their orbit. Right? You don't get Robin Hood the in the Hood, or whatever the hell that show from Canada was, without a certain level of political nepotism. Because the Robin Hood in the Canadian TV show, like, you had these big ass buildings that historically were hated by the black community, were hated by people living in them, specifically because they were horrendously mismanaged by the state. And people wanted them destroyed. They were a trash public housing nightmare in America. But the director of that show didn't understand that. So he made a show about poor black people, but he's not a poor black person. He's some rapper or some guy who has in some tiny corner of the rap industry, and it was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous. It was disjointed. It was trash. Everybody hated it. Another thing you're gonna see is this hatred against the perceived audience of the people who are politically against you. Right, so you're gonna have Todd in the Shadows hear about a song about a guy hating on Richmond, and because he referenced welfare queens, because he's pissed that his money is going to 300-pound welfare queens, while he's sweating his ass off working, and his money's being taken by the taxman. That guy, like, had a song, and he was, like, pissed at both Democrats and Republicans. So because Republicans tried to co-opt his message, and he was like, no, I hate you guys, the guy Todd in the Shadows is like, oh, well, if you hate the guys, why do you, let's say, support their narrative? Fundamentally dismissing the idea that someone can be just pissed at the government taking their money to spend on welfare queens, and not having anything to do with conservatives, right? he should be on my side. I'm the liberal small town boy from whatever, and blah 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 blah, and I'm better than you because I'm liberal. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right? You can just tell this guy has had like dozens of fights with random conservatives growing up, and still holds a fucking grudge, and doesn't really live in the real world. Okay, so that's really the problem with political nepotism. You create a culture that fundamentally depends on an echo chamber to justify its own existence, and by glorifying its own existence, stupid people in the echo chamber support it no matter what. Right? So it takes years for people to admit, hey, DEI isn't about helping minorities, it's about hiring rich people, rich women, and rich minorities, and giving them power inside our companies, and they usually fuck up our business. That's what political nepotism does. Getting a kid on a runway show, it's super irrelevant to me at all. It's not relevant. It's not special. It just exists.